They say the dead don't rest in Villisca. The house is old, its bones warped with time, its silence louder than screams. It's at 508 East 2nd Street, Iowa. White paint peels from the clapboards like rotting skin. The windows stare back at you. They always do. They never blink. Not until the fall of 2014, when he stepped over the threshold of the Villisca Axe Murder House with a GoPro, a sleeping bag, and a smug little grin. Jacob Mackenzie didn't believe in ghosts. Easy views he had posted on his paranormal YouTube channel. Spend the night, catch a ghost. He was an ex-paramedic turned amateur ghost hunter, living off clicks and caffeine. But Villisca was different. The house had seen things: 8 bodies, 6 children, 2 adults murdered in their sleep in 1912. The killer had waited in the attic, lurked in the heat, motion sensors. A teddy bear he'd placed on the floor shifted ever so slightly in the lens. Struck with an axe so violently, some skulls split like firewood. No one was ever arrested. At 11:48 p.m., Jacob turned off the lights inside, a small red smear, like rust. "Let's see what you've got," he whispered, staring into his infrared lens. His sleeping bag lay in the children's room, the very room where Lena and Ina Stillinger were found, crumpled and lifeless. Their faces, they said, barely recognizable. Jacob's equipment buzzed faintly. Frieders. He laughed, nice try. But then he noticed something strange. The dollhouse on the floor, the one the owner said hadn't opened in decades, was now wide open, its tiny door swinging in slow motion, or blood. Spirit of the Villisca killer. "Still up here?" He joked. He reached for it. And the upstairs light flickered on. Jacob didn't run. He should have. Instead, he followed the creaking wood up the staircase, calling out like a game show host, "Silence." Then a thud from the attic hatch above. He climbed. The attic was cramped, filled with the smell of dust and something older, something foul. He aimed his flashlight at the floorboards. That's when he saw the groove's finger-length scrapes etched into the wood. Dozens of them, like someone had clung to the floor, waiting. Then he heard it, a breath, right behind him. The footage from Jacob's GoPro was never released, not fully. But the police found fragments at 1:13 a.m. The camera shakes violently. A whisper caught faintly on the mic. He watches from the walls. He stares at something off-screen and mutters, "It's not a ghost. It's in the house." Then a high-pitched scream his own. Something crashes, a door slams shut. At 1:41 a.m., a final clip, blurry. Jacob stands in the kitchen, breathing heavily, his shirt soaked in sweat. Then silence. No more footage. No more Jacob. At dawn, the house was quiet. A tour guide arrived for the morning schedule, unlocked the front door, and found blood. Jacob had stabbed himself in the chest 7 times. Police said it was a breakdown, paranoia, suicide. But those who knew him said otherwise. He was methodical, calm, obsessed with truth, not fantasy. Josiah and Sarah, with their 4 children, Herman, Catherine, Boyd, and Paul. 2 neighborhood girls, Lena and Ina Stillinger, came to spend the night. And yet there it was, written on the wall in blood. "I saw him. He never left." That night, Villisca made the news again. It was June 10, 1912. The Moore family returned home from church. By midnight, they were all dead. The killer had waited in the attic eating an uneaten sandwich, leaving cigarette butts behind. At around 2 a.m., he crept from above and struck Josiah first, shattering his skull with the blunt end of the axe. One man says he felt hands pushing him down the stairs. They keep coming, each one hoping to catch a glimpse of horror through a screen. Another, a psychic, left mid-tour, vomiting in the yard. He moved room by room, swinging down death with measured silence. Lena Stillinger, they say, was the only one who fought back. She was found in a different position, twisted, her nightgown pulled up. a defensive wound on her arm. She saw him, one video, just 12 seconds long, titled "The House Breathes." She felt it. Nothing moved until, faintly, a shape passed in front of the camera. Not a person, not a shadow, just absence, a figure outlined only by what it erased, and then black. Locals say the house doesn't just remember what happened, it feeds on it. There have been reports, visitors who claim to hear children sobbing, axe marks that reappear on the walls, and yet, ghost tours, sleepovers, paranormal TV shows, or the moans from the children's room, or catch a flicker of red where there shouldn't be. But some say it's not a ghost, it's the killer. Do not provoke, do not taunt. This isn't a movie set or a Halloween ride. It's a wound in time bleeding still there. Months after Jacob's death, his channel began uploading again. It was a dark shot of the attic, wind howling outside. At the end of the clip, his voice returns. Don't let it see you sleep. The Villisca house is still open. You can pay $428 to spend the night. Bring your friends, bring your gear. Maybe you'll hear the footsteps, but don't go alone, and never open the attic door, because whatever was in that house in 1912, it never left, it only waits. If you visit 508 East 2nd Street, be respectful. And if, while you lie there in the dark, you feel something shift in the bed beside you, don't open your eyes. Because once you see him, he sees you too.